about that Ohio State line? No line.
No line. I don't know. I don't look at college lines ever, so I don't know. Couldn't give you a reason or anything.
I've just never seen it because so often they have 50-point spreads on there. Like it can't just be too big to have a line. It still would have an under over and shit.
Yeah, I mean, Georgia
maybe
Austin Peay doesn't have a line.
Backup running back might have to start or something that's really skewing the line. They're waiting for the news.
They could just make that line whatever they wanted. People are going to take the over.
Yeah,
they're going to take Ohio State minus the points. Take the fucking over. The coach was asked, like, how do you prepare? What do you tell your guys? Something like that. And he said, they've got a good band. We've got a good band. So our bands will be competing. He said, now we know what we're getting ourselves into here. There's a difference in scholarships and all that. And we just want to play a tight game. A tight game meaning we don't want 9 players on the field. We don't want 13 players on the field.
Imagine thinking that their bands aren't huge underdogs.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's a terrible take in itself.
Those HBCUs have great bands, according to Nick Cannon's drumline.
That's right. Yeah, there's a bunch of lines that are missing. Georgia, no line versus Austin Peay. What else did I see? Utah, no line versus Cal Poly. Miami, Betham Cook, no line.
What are the thoughts on tonight's game, Dustin? Firing some lineups yet?
I feel like 8.5 is a lot.
It is a
Plus
lot.
340 is a lot.
Plus 340. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I just can't. I couldn't bet on the Cowboys. They're just.
I looked up the box scores from the last year's 2 games, and boy, it was very Philly heavy.
Hey, Cowboys got better. They got rid of Michael Parsons.
They did. Also, Hurts didn't even play in one of the games.
Wow.
It was week 17.
That's the kind of
Tanner McKee did.
Same thing as like the Bengals. Like every game last year for the Bengals was tight, except for the Eagles. That was just a slaughter.
Yeah. The Bengals could have won like 15 games last year, and the Eagles game was not one of them.
No, it was not.
Even in the Super Bowl, they just kicked Kansas City's ass. So,
dude, yeah, I saw somebody post a highlight of a touchdown pass with 2 minutes, and it made it 35-0. I was like, oh yeah, it was a fucking shellac.
It's crazy. They scored a touchdown on the first drive. The Bengals did, and then. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, talking about the Super Bowl, but
yeah,
Bengals looked like they were going to be in it for a second, but they lost by 3 scores at least.
This game is just at Philly, right? I know tomorrow night's is in Brazil, but
yes,
it's just a home game for Philly.
Yeah, they do. The Super Bowl champion gets a home game on Thursday night the next year.
I wonder if there's going to be a new thing where they do the losing Super Bowl team has the Friday night game.
Yeah, they send them to a different country to play. That's the punishment.
Also, because you fucking lost. See ya. I also noticed traditionally they do 2 Monday night games week 1. They do like the East Coast, West Coast doubleheader, and they're not doing that this year. So I wonder if that Friday night game is going to be like a staple continuing instead of the double Monday night.
That would make sense.
They're moving it all to Labor Day weekend the next couple of years.
All right.
You're gonna have a game Thursday night, Friday night, couple on Saturday, all day Sunday, and a couple on Monday.
I'm a big fan of that. Big fan.
Yeah, that's pretty good. 5 straight days of football. Wow, it's a lot of beer.
So not just forcing college to bump up another week because they had 1 week into themselves and now it's gone.
Although if they put 3 top 10 matchups week 1, they'll be all right.
That does help.
Especially if one's at noon. You just start that noon game.
Yeah,
and the NFL doesn't start till 4:30.
There you go. Fixed it.
Yeah, tonight's game is not very exciting. Although I do watching just good offenses play. I think Dallas' offense is actually legit.
Dallas is going to score 30 points tonight.
30 points on the Eagles?
Yeah, I don't love that. Under, first bet of the day. Under 30.
Over under 47.5 total. Philly's going to score 30. That's for sure.
This is a shootout.
It definitely could be. But I don't know what to think of Pickens on Dallas either. He's such a fucking head case that I don't necessarily know. I feel like Dallas is still a team that he could get super frustrated with.
He'd be a head case too if your offensive coordinators were Matt Canada and Arthur Smith.
Yeah, I think that Pittsburgh's offense has been so brutal, just in how the team has not been that bad, but their offense has just not been very good since Ben left.
I feel like this is also, Yeah, the Cowboys have some offensive games that are truly struggles. And so it's like, how does he handle that sort of dynamic? Maybe other games, they look sharp, but like the idea that they're not going to score 10 points a couple times this year because Dak goes 14 for 31 and 2 picks or something.
Oh,
that's in the realm of possibilities tonight.
That's right. We'll see. Maybe we get a glimpse right now.
Guess that if Dak stays healthy and Burrow stays healthy, they will be 1-2 in pass attempts this year by a lot.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. Burrow's probably I don't know what the line is, but Burrow's probably a very good bet to have the most passing yards for the year.
Especially Burrow, I heard some guys talking Burrow MVP today on the TV.
Wow.
Yeah, that chat's been around for a little bit. It's pretty reasonable. He was basically MVP last year if they lose games they shouldn't have lost.
Yeah.
Not necessarily being his fault.
Yeah.
And that was without T. Higgins. For how much did T miss last year? Several games.
7 games. Yeah. He missed so much.
And
like 5 different injuries.
But they should have been playing Chase Brown to begin with. Fuck, he's throwing to like Drew Sample, Tanner Hudson. At one point, we were just running out like 4 tight ends.
Legit 4 tight ends.
Yeah.
And Zach Moss in the backfield.
There you go. What else could you ask for?
They cut him or?
I think he's out of football, isn't he?
They did sign P. Ryan, though. Dustin,
you just apply a filter there?
What just happened?
What happened?
You are pink. Like, just you. Just you. Or you're just straight pink. No, we'll just keep that on. It'll look good.
I'll fix it.
Check
I did. Well,
the Kansas City Chiefs game is actually a pretty good game because a lot of people think Chargers are going to be fairly decent this year.
You try to fix this.
Yeah, I think Chargers should be pretty good.
I think they're going to be more
coach.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a little bit boring to watch in general, but I think they're going to be like a relatively good team. I don't know what the running back situation is interesting with this Hampton rookie coming in. Najee Harris went there, but I think that he's been pretty bad for a while. I don't know if he's playing week 1 or not, but
I think I saw he was playing.
I also don't know what to think of Keenan Allen back in, I wanted to say San Diego, but back in LA.
Yeah. That was it's the same thing as the Amari Cooper, except for Amari just retired, which is.
Dude, he just signed.
Yeah. And it wasn't like an honorary, we're bringing you back so you can retire a Raider. It was like, no, he was supposed to play.
Yeah, I don't really understand what happened with that. He also just fell off the world. Like not last year, but the year before that, he was like crushing.
Yeah.
I remember because I had a
couple 200-yard games.
Yeah, so Dustin, Adam, and I had a $555 best ball team that was like fairly deep into the playoffs. And we just lost because Mark Cooper scored like 55 for 2 different teams. And you had to be like first out of 6 that week. And it's okay. We're just so far fucking behind.
Yeah.
But yeah, you had 10 for 202 or something. Just ridiculous.
What other matchups this week? We got Tampa Bay, Atlanta, Cincinnati, Cleveland. We got Miami, Indianapolis. Go ahead.
Cincinnati's kind of wild. They legitimately could just lose week 1 like they do every year. They lost to New England last year. It was terrible.
Yeah.
They also put up like no points on New England at all. And then they also could just beat the Browns by 35.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a buddy reach out with Survivor, and he was like, who should I be betting against week 1? Titans, Browns. Yeah, Titans or Browns. And I was like, I wouldn't bet Cincinnati in week 1 because there's so much variance.
Yeah, we're doing some Survivor stuff, not using the Bengals at all week 1, even though they're a decent favorite and shit.
Yeah.
Made that mistake last year, taking them against New England, start the year off. And although they did actually play in the preseason football, which they've never really done. So I don't know how much effect that actually has, but at least they're attempting to change something.
Yeah, I used it pretty hard the last couple of years as an excuse for why they look so sloppy. My theory has been that it's a big deal, but they get to prove that or not. But again, it's like, why can't Flacco throw for 350 and the Browns just outscore him somehow? Or like maybe Myles Garrett is just wreaking havoc on Burrow, and that's enough to disrupt the offense.
Yeah, they just have 2 turnovers and
right,
they're in shambles. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. I traditionally watch mostly Red Zone on the weekend, I am a little bit more interested in watching a little bit closer attention to the Bengals this week specifically. But
yeah,
it's also like important. They like have to win these first 2 games. They play the Browns, and then I think they play the Jags in week 2. And then they play like Green Bay, Detroit, Minnesota. Like they go through this stretch that's pretty rough. Sure. They also play in a stretch later in the year. They play Baltimore, Buffalo, Baltimore 3 weeks in a row.
Oh, that's at the end of the year too.
Get the fuck out of here with that. Yeah,
it's like starting on Thanksgiving or something.
That is a brutal 3-week stretch. Yeah, and then they end with the Browns then again too.
End with the Browns. Playing for a playoff life. Browns beat us at home. That's gonna be gross.
They do. There are 2, I think, pretty fun games this week. You've got the like primetime 4:00 game would be Green Bay and Detroit.
Oh, that's great.
Which that should be solid. And then the Sunday night game is Buffalo, Baltimore.
That's right. That's a good game.
So those are the 2 like solid. A lot of people are saying they like Green Bay over Detroit this year. I don't necessarily agree with that, but
Green Bay is Super Bowl.
I was listening to a podcast. They picked Cincinnati versus Detroit for the Super Bowl. If that was the case, it'd be so fucking fun.
That's sick. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Anyone know where the Super Bowl is this year?
I did not.
Where it is?
I don't regret not going with Maddux a few years ago when they made it.
Yeah.
No, just maybe
Santa
not
Clara,
have that opportunity.
Levi Stadium.
I assume that was the last time it was in California. They were there, so
stars are aligning.
How far is that from you? That can't be like.
Santa Clara is South Bay, so a 6-hour drive or so.
Yeah, that'll be. Those matchups will be good. I don't really think there's any too intriguing. Rookie stuff is always interesting week 1, just to see how much they get used and all that bullshit. We are doing Dustin's doing it as well, a Survivor contest, but they've started some new ones on Splash Sports, where instead of you picking a winner for the games, you're picking a touchdown scorer. So week 1 is a little bit different. You actually get 2 picks, and only one of them has to score a touchdown for you to advance and survive. And then obviously once you use someone, they're gone. But I was trying to debate on what the strategy is for week 1 specifically, because all other weeks you just pick one guy.
Sure.
Do you use a little bit lesser quality picks because you get 2 of them? Or what's the actual strategy in that?
Yeah, maybe you pick, like your top 15 to 25 ranked players instead of your top 15 or something like that.
David Montgomery and T. Higgins.
Are those your picks?
No, not yet. I haven't made any picks yet.
I was debating Mike Evans week 1 with Godwin out. They're playing Atlanta. I was debating on him for one of them. I mean, for the most part, you want to be taking running backs for sure. I also think early on, maybe the strategy is to use the running backs that are like older, but they're starters, where they might get replaced by like a rookie later in the year, or they might start like splitting 50-50. The problem is like James Conner, for example, like an older guy, but has that big role for the most part, or we assume he will at least to start the year.
Saints.
Yeah. And he's got that good matchup in a dome. And he like crushed at the end of last year as well. But they have no one at all at running back. He was playing like 100% of snaps. But picks like that. I need to find out, Dustin, did you look at it? Is your alternate pick get used? Does it go away?
I'd assume it doesn't go away, but I didn't find anything.
It does not as well. But for week 1, I'm going to put a shittier person. You shouldn't really ever need the alternate. You're not going to pick a guy that's injured anyway. But so I'm going to pick someone shittier just in case.
Yeah, seems like an important detail.
But yeah, I like trying to mix up some of the things, like just fun gambling things to do things a little bit differently. I suppose the other one that I saw on there that I'm not doing, but like where you just pick a loser every week, which that one's kind of fun. Different version of it. But it's also just amazing to see how few people like understand game theory and stuff when you get into these kind of contests. Just be like 25% Barkley tonight or something. I did see, although I thought the strategy was really good for tonight, was if you were going to use Barkley, you just use Jalen Hurts as well because you get 2. And they're like almost guaranteed to have a rushing touchdown between the 2 of them.
Yeah, that's smart.
But you cannot pick someone from the same team.
Oh,
so it would not allow it. But I did think that was an interesting strategy when you have a running quarterback like that. I also was looking into it. Hurts ran more games last year, and did he have rushing touchdowns than Barkley did?
Wow.
Hurts
I
had
assume
6
Barkley
games
had more on the season, but
I believe so, yeah. But he had those big games, right? You get the 200-yard, 3 touchdown games. It was Hurts had 0 in 6 games, and Barkley had 9 games with no touchdowns. That did include the playoff run, so it's more than the full season. That included the Super Bowl and everything too. But
got it. Yeah, I think only other matchups that I've even, Pittsburgh at New York, and this is mostly just Rodgers going back to New York, which I don't even understand why has an emphasis on it outside. They played there for a year, but who gives a fuck?
oh shit, that is. Did you see that? Pull up that under over. I believe I saw it at 38.5.
Yeah, that's where it is. Yeah.
That is so fucking low. 38. Although it seems like an absolutely terrible game in general. But
yeah.
I say that, and if I had to take a line, I would probably take the under. But
yeah.
If I had to choose one.
Yeah, everything else is pretty boring, I think.
Yeah, there's no like big, like not big over-unders this week. Like it's pretty, like they're all like that 45-point range ish.
Yeah. All the lines are, all the over-unders are really tight, and the lines are really
Baltimore
tight.
Buffalo?
50.5.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. That would be like the highest of the week. Outside of probably tonight's game. Maybe.
Tonight's 47.5.
Dustin, did you look at any establish the run stuff for week 1 yet?
I did for tonight's game.
Okay, no, for the actual,
I looked at it really briefly last night, but that was it.
Did you look at the values? I was gonna ask you who you thought were the top values.
Nope. Let's pull it up here.
Oh, there's one. Don't look at it yet. There's one that is glaring off the board way higher. I think it was 4.2, and the next closest was like 2.4. No, I was surprised by that. He's also not projected to be very high owned, which they have to be adjusting. He was like 15%, which is going to be way higher than that.
Yeah, when they release them on Wednesday night, their ownerships are like way off.
Yeah.
Is he a running back?
He is a running back, yes.
I don't know. Chase Brown?
It's interesting because it was the one guy I was putting in most of my lineups when I was just fucking around making some. I've made exactly one lineup like that I've kept, but I'm playing around, and it's Christian McCaffrey.
He's up to 5.1.
Really?
25% ownership.
Yeah. I do think that's interesting. A lot of people think Seattle's going to have a good defense this year. I think that game's in Seattle.
Yeah,
but
it is.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, like McCaffrey used to always be like the hands down number 1 draft pick in fantasy stuff. And because of like injury risk and things like that, like he's dropped off that. But like when you think of it in the fact that he's just not injured right now, I think people have a hard time like wrapping their brain around that.
Yeah, it's correct. Not injured right now.
Nailed it. I did see though in the top 5, is it still are Chase, Higgins, and Jerry Jeudy all listed as like the top 5?
No. It's Christian McCaffrey, Daniel Jones, James Conner, Devon Achane, and Jamar Chase.
Go to receivers. Maybe I was looking at the receiver tab only.
Jamar Chase, Jerry Jeudy, Emeka Egbuka, T. Higgins, Mike Evans.
Yeah. So it was like those 2 game sacks were like the entire. It's like a Baker double with either T or Chase with Jerry Jeudy. So makes your lineup for you.
Baker doesn't play for Cleveland.
No, Mike Evans. And
either a Baker double or, gotcha.
Yeah.
You're saying a Baker double with those.
Yeah. Just throwing Baker and then Chase and Higgins. Perfect.
Piece of cake. Easy lineup to make.
I actually don't hate Flacco this week, honestly. But
yeah.
Just against the Bengals and like early in the year before he's an old man that's hurt.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco, 4,900?
Pretty low. Where's that compared to Daniel Jones?
Daniel Jones is 5,100.
I also don't hate Daniel Jones either. I really hate that I don't hate both of them. But
Trevor Lawrence, 5,300. Drake May, 5,500.
I am
Justin
very
Fields, 5,400. Geno Smith, 5,200. Everyone's cheap as fuck.
How many fucking years has Trevor Lawrence been in the league? They've always said he's just going to be fantastic, but
yeah,
6.
He is
this is
like
the year, man.
You know what? Jared Goff deserves to be 15 ahead of him.
Yeah, who do you want, Goff or Lawrence?
Yeah, they should have been like 115 and 116. But no, Lawrence is like always. They just keep saying, "Oh, this is the year, dude." He's got a lot of years now.
He's got Liam Cohen now. He's got Brian Thomas Jr. He's got Travis Hunter.
That is an interesting storyline of what they'll do with Travis Hunter, offense, defense, all that shit.
They listed him as starting receiver and backup left corner.
Interesting.
Back in the day, did Deion play some wide receiver?
Yeah,
not much.
For the Cowboys, he would get some reps, but it was very random.
Yeah, I thought that he was in there occasionally.
Yeah.
Also, how come no one returns punts for touchdowns anymore? Like when they had Deion and Deshaun Jackson back there and shit, you would get so many special teams touchdowns. I get why kickoffs are different this year,
right,
or now, but like punting should not have really changed. I feel like they be curious to look at that to see like how many touchdowns are actually given up on punts now. I wonder if analytics go into that somewhat of people going for it more on fourth down and being more aggressive in general. True. But it just feels like you do not get punt returns for touchdowns hardly ever anymore.
Yeah, I think one, there's lots of kicking away from guys that are good. But then two, when you do think about the guys who would get a lot of return touchdowns, it was like they were very specific players, right? There was like Dante Hall for the Chiefs, and it's just maybe there's just no Devin Hester like guy in the league right now returning kicks.
I also do think like Deshaun Jackson, for example, like teams just won't put a guy like that back there.
Yeah.
Like they're not just going to put their like all-star wide receiver back there. And maybe that's changed some of it too.
That's true. Yeah. It's always like
the State had Jeremiah Smith return a couple punts on Saturday.
Did they?
I like that, especially against good teams.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit that like coaches should do more. The Bengals are playing Baltimore or whatever, and they need this win or whatever. You use some of those guys, you make some of those changes, and then when you're playing the Browns, you don't use them back there.
Yeah, you just got to tell these guys, hey, any doubt at all, fucking fair catch. Let's not get you lit up or anything like that.
And you do see
space,
that.
Though. Let's fucking run it back.
Yeah, you do see that.
So if you got 3 feet, you take it.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole point is to get them the ball in their hands in space.
That's the most frustrating thing about watching 7th grade football.
Yeah.
Is that there are just fast kids, and if you just got them the ball, like in different ways, if you could think outside the box at all, you would just get the ball in these people's hands and just let them like run all over the field.
Yeah.
Like little misdirection goes so far at that level, but they just don't think like they run the most basic shit.
Yeah.
Like how hard is it to really run a reverse, a little whatever?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of underestimating what younger kids could actually do too. And so like what a team's capable of in 7th grade versus what a coach thinks they're capable of. There's probably a pretty big gap a lot of the time.
Get out there and be the OC, Brett. Let's go. Draw some shit up.
Oh, man. I say some shit in baseball. I don't know enough about football from a coaching perspective, but
neither do they.
Fire me into the baseball streets. We'd be running all sorts of shit. We'd be stealing home after they throw back from the catcher and shit all the time.
Oh, yeah.
We'd be fucking running these kids, the fast ones, like crazy. Max have about 150 stolen bases on the year.
That's also it's like even watching the majors. Elly's not stealing bases this year. Like he's got some steals, but he's got a fraction of last year's total. And it's just there's all these spots in all their games and they just don't run him. He's just standing on first base and it's what are you doing? Let the guy do this thing. It's very weird. I don't know if that's like Francona philosophy, like applied or what. But yeah, same's true for Little League. Like you just take advantage of the talent you have.
I saw a stat on the Reds when they've been in extra innings and they've had a guy at second base with no outs. What do you think the percentage should be of like that guy scoring? Because in my mind, it should be like 85%. If you just play general strategic baseball and either bunt him or just move him over with a ground ball to second, like whatever, fly ball to right field, whatever it takes.
Yeah, I would bet the league average is like 65, 75, and I would bet the Reds are probably like 40.
They have only scored 6 runs total in extra innings in 18 extra innings.
Wow.
Which that includes anytime you score more than 1.
Right. He scored 2 against the Yankees.
So their percentage is, I don't know, 25% on the year. With a guy on second with no outs, that's so fucking bad.
For a team that's like going to be a few games out of the playoffs. That's what's so weird about that team this year is they like legit. They have moments where they look like one of the better teams in the league, and then there's other times where they're like the bad news bears. They strand runners, lead off triple, doesn't score is like every 2 games, and it's like how is this happening? When it's pop up, strikeout looking, strikeout swinging, and it's that's how you don't get a guy in.
I saw another interesting thing on Elly. He leads the league in errors this year.
Dude, it's bad.
But this was the thing. And I didn't even think about this. He's ranked third best defensive player as far as the outs he creates in total, even after the errors.
Sure.
So like the percentage balls, he's just making so many like plays where it's on average made 35% of the time that it's making up for these errors. But that's such a drastic thing. Most errors and third best like overall fielder.
That's interesting. I wonder if that stat has any weighting to when errors happen. There's been 2 games in the last month that the Reds have literally lost because of a throwing error by Elly in the
ninth. I do not believe so. I believe that the stat that it had to do with how they do it is basically like on average, the shortstops in the league make this ground ball play what percentage of the time. And you basically add that all up to how many outs he got. And then when they make it 85% of the time, he gets the negative when he makes an error for it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it is an interesting stat.
Yeah, no, that's super interesting. I'd seen the Pete Crow Armstrong stat similar, where just fly balls hit to center field that no one catches, and he's catching 100% of them. It's like this weird, like depending on which system you use, it will give you a number, 1%, or it'll do a rounding thing. And so a lot of them go straight to 0%, and then he makes the catch standing up, just like a lot of really weird upside from just, it's not he's making like a diving catch, even it's just he's tracking balls that other guys would not sniff.
Did you guys see the Houston pitcher intentionally hitting his catcher?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
Okay, first of all, you gotta play it off better. You gotta play it off better. He spins around and just looks to center field like nothing fucking happened.
Pissed. He's so pissed. Yeah.
It's his fucking fault.
Yes,
you're the one that pitch in there. The pitch before the fucking catcher's telling him to step off.
That's what I was saying. Is that it's funny because it has this multiple direction kind of thing to it, where in his mind he can just be like, "Oh, the catcher threw his arms up, and so I didn't throw my best pitch or whatever." And it's the catcher could have known not to throw the pitch, and that's what he was trying to do. And then the guy went yard and proved the point.
Yeah, so terrible.
And he had plenty of fucking time to step off too. It wasn't like he had.
It wasn't like already in his windup.
Yeah. It's bad.
Did you see the little like post game, like the catcher being interviewed about it? He was like, the opposing team had some fans out there, and they were just pretty loud and stuff. Okay, that is terrible. All right, couldn't really hear what the fuck do they call that pitch thing they use now?
Yeah.
That's also Maddux's team started using that last year.
Really?
Yes, at 12U baseball, they are doing it that way. Yes,
it seems unnecessary to me.
100%. But it's so like the coach can walk.
It's like an earpiece, and what happens?
They can call pitches with a directional pad.
Yeah, so basically, if you think, at least the one that is on Maddux's team, the MLB probably has a very fancy version of this, but it's basically like a little pack that sits in the catcher's back pocket, and then he's got an earbud in one ear, and the coach has something he can talk into, and it's just basically he's just telling him fastball instead of giving him a sign. He's just legitimately saying it into his ear, and then the catcher relays it still to the pitcher. But
what's the thing in his pocket for?
It's like a battery pack, like audio thing. It connects to it. Like his is wired. Like it's an actual wire that runs through his catcher's equipment, like underneath it.
Gotcha. So I thought it was like some sort of clicking thing or something.
Like I think they can. Yeah, there is a version of it where you press a button, and then it will say the like fastball or whatever.
Correct. I think the MLB has one I believe the pitchers have one too.
Well, so I think different setups, different people do different things. Because like the pitcher can call, and then the catcher needs to hear the thing, or the coach can call it, and then both hear it.
Did you guys also see? This was fascinating. Did you see the Greg Maddux thing about how he called pitches like the last 2 years of his career?
I did see this. Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking sick.
The way he would catch the ball back from the pitcher.
No one picked up on it is incredible.
Yeah. He's such an alpha.
That's actually pretty badass. Did you see that, Dustin?
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Just so many stories like that where Maddux is just doing the sickest things.
They're really not even like crazy sick. It's just no one thinks to do shit, right? Everyone just does whatever's been done forever. And even though it's a way better way or whatever the case may be,
But he's so far ahead of the curve, right? Like the fact that he knows what the next pitch is when he's catching the ball back from the catcher, right? Like he's got a plan. Or there's one story about him, I forget who he's pitching to, but they're up like 5-1 or something in the seventh, and he like gives up a home run intentionally, right? And we're gonna play them in the playoffs, and I'm setting something up. And the story's told from like Eddie Perez or something, the catcher at the time. And then sure enough, he pitches in the playoffs and he gets this at bat versus this guy and he strikes him out. And it's just like the planning, he's just smart.
He goes Bagwell.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Jeff Bagwell. What a classic.
There was another stat I saw from Maddux the other day that was there were 2 years where Maddux had a higher batting average than he allowed.
Did you see Chapman stats this year?
Yeah, he's out of control.
He has like 46 consecutive at-bats without giving up a hit.
Yeah, so like on his way to 2 no-hitters.
Yes, yeah. Like what, 15 innings worth or something?
Yeah. Did you see the explanation from Buster Olney?
No.
Where basically the pitch thing that we were just talking about will say fastball inside. And he said that this was the first time that Chapman has thought about spotting his fastball. And for whatever reason, instead of just throwing the ball at home plate in this wild manner, that him trying to hit a corner has made him just that much more elite, which is just like he's been in the league for 15 years. The idea that he's never thought about hitting a corner is pretty unbelievable, but is
his velocity down?
No, he's fucking gassing.
I don't think so. Yeah.
102 all day. Yeah.
Jeez.
Based on my small interactions with him in Louisville when he was coming up, does not surprise me at all that he didn't think about this kind of shit.
Based on the video of him sucking on his mom's titties when he's sitting on the couch, does not surprise me at all. Have you not seen that?
Missed the
one. Like he posted it on like his Instagram story. He's like laying on his mom's chest, and all of a sudden he just puts her boob in his mouth.
When he was a kid, or when? How?
4 years ago.
What are you talking about?
Okay, let me see if I can pull this up.
The fact that he was in obviously AAA in Louisville when I was there. I mean, he had 2 Lambos at that point in time already, and their license plates were 104 miles per hour and 105 miles per hour. So he's got some internal swag for sure.
That's hilarious.
Also, one of the most disappointing moments of my life when working for them was when there was me and another guy named Josh. We were like the 2 like head interns that would run the like ushers crew and like all kinds of random shit. But Chapman needed to move his car from like the player's lot because it was like he just pulled right in front of the thing and just like never moved it. And he just tossed the keys to the other guy that was there.
Oh my God.
That would be badass. Just like, hey,
that's so sick.
Yeah.
Was it the 104 fastball or the 105 fastball?
Yeah.
How do I share my screen? Is that possible?
Yeah. Go for it. There should be a share button at the bottom.
Let's see here. Share. I don't see a share button. Oh, there it is.
Should be dead center.
Yeah, Chapman's always been fucking hilarious.
See it?
Oh my God.
He's not a kid.
No, he's not a kid.
He also doesn't necessarily look like a mom in this. Oh, the fact he's just squeezing them. This is fucking awkward.
Maybe they don't go in his mouth, but you get that.
Yeah, he did not suck on a tit in this clip.
No,
I mean, it's just as bad.
It's close.
It's bad.
That's weird.
That like just recently come out?
It was a couple years ago, I think.
It said Pittsburgh Pirates on there, so something in the corner did. But sometimes it's also crazy just thinking back to working in Louisville. Like you learn so much about these guys. Like who's an absolute asshole.
Oh yeah, sure.
Who's a good guy and everything like that. Very interesting.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sure it gets even worse.
Right. Yeah, the assholes become worse and yeah. But there's something to watching sports and having a sense for that. There was it during the FedEx Cup where we were watching golf and they showed I think Justin Rose or something like that, and somebody said something like, "Oh, he's a good guy, great attitude," and somebody was like, "How do you know? How do you know who this guy is?" And it was like, some guys you just have a feeling that they're like a good guy or they talk to the camera enough, and then other guys you can just get a sense for whether or not they're an asshole. But even without the interviews and stuff, I feel like you can tell. Like the Framber fastball to the catcher's chest kind of thing is some of the excuses I heard was like he's an emotional guy, and it's like he sounds like a prick is what he sounds like.
He's just an asshole.
Yeah,
it's a big fucking cunt. Really, all there is to it. But he was even like,
go ahead.
Even using the clubhouse stuff. So when we were there, we would have to wear like a certain color, like polo. We'd have an orange one, a blue one, black one, whatever. And you'd have like players on the team that would just like never take the effort to learn your name or anything, you know, and they would just call you like blue or orange or whatever you were wearing that day, like just random shit like that. And Todd Frazier was like one of the guys down there at the time that like made it a point to call you by your name, to actually talk to you and just be like a real human.
Sure.
Even so many of them are just like just straight dicks about just general stuff like that. That just clearly they're just like, I don't give a shit about you. I'm not viewing you as like a peer.
Yeah, no, that goes a long way. All right, you guys want to do a couple Loddens here?
Fire them up.
Fire them up.
The double fire up. Jay.
Fire them up. I'm going to cut that. We'll play that.
Lodden
Thinks. Fire them up. I think that was my keyboard. All right, I got one.
Also, Derek, we need to make some bets next week on our golf trip coming up.
Yeah, I was also thinking that there's some good opportunities to cut some content there. Like we could do something on the cradle, that putting green. We could do some side games like while we're just at the condo. Like there's some.
It's just nice we have our own separate condo, the four of us too.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, let's definitely do it.
I haven't been Lodden yet, so I'll be Lodden for number one.
You're Lodden. All right. So that's me and you, Dusty. The question is how many baseballs have been manufactured in the history of Major League Baseball?
Is this manufactured, not used, just manufactured for MLB?
I would just say, like, how about MLB baseballs used in games, right? So they're deployed in a game.
All time? Gotta get my calculator out.
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny too, watching games now where it's like, guy will throw like a fastball down the middle, doesn't hit the dirt, catcher throws the ball away. Is that ball coming back in play? What's going on here?
Dude, there are so many balls that just they bounce it once and it's just like gone forever.
Yeah.
They also like, I don't know if you've noticed, they also log everything. So everything has like basically a QR code that comes with it where you can see like that pitch of the game. If you caught a foul ball or something, or like you're throwing the ball. Yeah.
That's
so they're
sick.
all like, yeah.
So I was wondering about this because yesterday there was a highlight. Guy got his first career hit. Emmett Sheehan's pitching for the Dodgers. Okay. Ball comes back to him and they throw him a new ball in order to get the guy his first hit ball. And Sheehan catches the ball, the new ball in his glove, pulls out the new balls, holding both of them. Okay. Puts the hit ball back in his glove, throws the new ball off to the sideline. So the hit ball stays in play. And I was wondering, I was like, it's gone. Nobody's going to know. But if it's got a code on it, then the video evidence would allow for us to track that one. But also are they scanning the ball before they throw it? That seems like has 3 balls in his pocket, right? Like
maybe it's only ones that they like sell after the fact.
Sure. Yeah, that could be it.
And maybe that's the case.
Maybe it's got a chip in it.
Who knows? I have my number though. It could be off by a lot, but I have a number.
I do not have my number yet. Give me 1 second.
Terrible math. I've got a number. Happy to explain it afterward.
Here's how I got to this terrible answer. You're like half credit for showing your work. It's like math class.
I hate this number, but I'm going to go with it.
I don't feel good about my number either, for what's worth.
Dusty, you want to take a shot?
Over 500.
Take over 500,000.
500 what? Yeah.
Over 500,000? Take over 750,000.
Over 1 million.
Over 1.25 million.
I'll take over 1.5.
Or 2 million. Big jump.
I'll take over 2.5.
Matches the
check my stats here.
Redo your math.
Over 2.8 million.
I don't know the way called stats.
Over 3 million.
Over 3.25 million.
He's got a cheat sheet he's looking at every time.
Where did you get these numbers from? I'll take over 4 million.
The number shouldn't be changing. He should be able to memorize the number.
I've got an exact number with a decimal. What'd you say? Over 4 million?
Take over 4 million.
Over 4.2 million.
Give me over 4.5 million.
I'll take it.
We started at 500.
Just gotta see where Derek's head's at.
So my number is 13.5 million.
Hell yeah. My number was 30 million.
Okay.
Minus 3.8 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know which one of us is more accurate, but
so
not reasonable.
Let me give you my math, boys.
Yeah, a 10x factor of this. I guess it's a pretty big difference.
So I've got 162 games times 30 teams divided by 2 to get to a number of games in a season. So 2,400. I'm thinking that they're going through 150 balls per game today. So that gets us to 360,000 per year. And then I'm guessing this rate, I remember maybe in the 90s.
So our math so far is very close, except for I used 110 balls per game.
Okay. But
we went about it the same way to start. Now,
yeah.
The big thing for me was, how many years did you multiply it by?
So I did this for 50 years. And then just added a few million. Because I remember in the 90s.
I just changed my number.
Yeah, just threw some. I was like, how many balls were they using for the other 100 years of baseball? But in the 90s, I heard something like 100 balls per game. And I know that it's ramped up a lot since then. I was using
that something along those lines, and that's why I added 10. Because I thought it was like 90 to 100 back on something I saw like 15 plus years ago.
Yeah, same.
I knew at some point I had heard that average lifespan of baseball, I either remember 7 pitches or 3 pitches, but based on being 100 balls a game, it's 3.
Yeah,
so you're not throwing 700 pitches in a game. I did chat GPT it though.
What does chat GPT say?
84 to 120 baseballs used per game. So we're going to use 100 per game as a reasonable average. 2,430 regular season games, so it's about 243,000 baseballs per season. Postseason can add another 10,000 to 15,000 balls.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about the postseason.
I didn't think about postseason either.
MLB started in 1876. We can very conservatively estimate lower usage in early baseball, about 10 to 30 balls per game back then, and then ramp it up.
No way they use 30 balls back then per game.
We're getting that one ball. Yeah.
7.
Their estimate is somewhere between 160 and 200 million baseballs.
That's so good.
I think they're using. There's no way they're using 30 baseballs back then. I bet they use legitimately like 3.
Yeah.
I also I multiplied by 75 years, but there was less teams, there was less games, so that there's a lot of math that would go into like that. But then postseason and stuff does add a lot. I bet you they use more balls on average during postseason and World Series games as well.
Yeah, I think that's right. All right, 1 down. Let's run it back. Who wants to be Lodden? Dusty?
Sure.
All right, let me see.
You guess 500 for this one, and it's 30 million or 100 million.
I gotta see where his head's at.
You
guess 500.
I about spit out my water when you said 500. I was like, "Fuck! Did I listen incorrectly?" And then I didn't. There was a small part of me that thought you maybe meant 500 million. I was like, "Holy shit!" Is my guess.
I'm getting a year-by-year estimate here from ChatGPT.
I love that. Run the numbers yourself.
You got a CSV file if you'd like it.
Those are the stats.
They used 14 balls on average between 1901 and 1919 per game.
That seems.
And then 25 balls from 1920 to 1946.
Home runs, foul balls are real things. There's actual crowds.
Legitimately, they might have just lost balls in the fucking creek that were hitting foul and shit. Who knows?
All right, Dusty, you ready? As Lodden.
Yep, fired up. Let's go.
All right. In a given year of college football, how many fans storm the field per season across the entire, across all universities?
Total fans?
Total fans place foot on the field in a storm the field event.
How many people on this podcast have done it?
I think 2 at least.
Have you, Dustin?
Nope.
Really?
Oh, I have.
No, they don't. They didn't win any big games when I had season tickets.
Interesting.
Dustin is Lodden?
Dustin's Lodden.
All right, so this is all time, not average per year, right?
So let's just do last season, right, as a rough estimate for a general.
Okay. And it's how many fans, right?
Yeah, how many fans rush the field? How many people fit on a field, dude?
I can't tell you this. I know the exact number, how many fans fit on the field. So
You got the stats up?
let me know when you got it.
Feel good about it. All right.
All right, start it off.
I'll take over 20,000.
It's like over 100,000.
Take over 150,000.
I'll take over 2 million.
Wow.
Yeah, there's
2 million.
at it, isn't there? Just the jump. What do we do from here? It's throwing you off. You had a plan.
I accept.
All right, my number's over 2 million, so 2.1 million.
650,000.
Damn.
I just feel like you don't storm the field very often, and when you do, it's not like at a big stadium because you're not like how often is I guess like Tennessee might storm the field if they beat Alabama at home or something. So there might be 100,000 there, but they're not all getting on the fucking field.
Yeah, I'm thinking like 10,000 people get on the field, maybe max.
I used 20,000. A lot of fucking people when I was on Ohio State field. A lot of people down there, and when they have concerts in stadiums, they put a lot of people on that.
How'd you come up with 2.1 million then? That means 100 fucking times a team has stormed the field.
I did 20,000 times. It was like 68 or something.
So I had 7,000. I
just don't know how. I have no idea how many. See, our number is actually pretty close if it's 20,000 versus 7,000.
Yeah.
Like on how many
so
times
I said like 12 weeks of football roughly happens 4 or 5 times a week is what my guess was, which kind of accounts for the 7 to. But yeah, my number was 420.
I don't know how often it happens at like smaller schools. I bet it happens way more often when they have smaller schools too, and we just never see any highlights or anything. Like when they beat their rival and shit. I bet it happens a lot in them, but I bet it's only like 5,000. It's a third of the number or something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Those numbers aren't like that far off though.
No.
What was your actual number there?
420.
Dude.
All right. Well, let me do one more. I'll be Lodden.
Yeah, we gotta have an even amount of Lodden action.
You gotta fucking manually import, so that contest was gonna fill up, so I had to reserve it. It's so fucking annoying. You can't upload them after you upload the lineups to DraftKings. You can't upload the lineups unless you do it one by one.
Yeah, I believe that there are some ways around that because I know people change their lineups after they've had them created, like the 150 max under, but I'm not sure how to do it. How many lineups do you have? That's not bad, but yeah, sometimes I'll do things when something's filled and there's 10 or 20 lineups and it's like really annoying to have to do it. Or sometimes I'll make lineups on the computer and I don't import them.
All right, you ready for the?
What do we got? You're Lodden?
I'm Lodden. The question is, how many tennis balls could fit inside of Paul Brown Stadium? Fill it up to the brim, nice and level at the top.
Gotta be level. Can we have a nice little pyramid on top?
No pyramid. No.
All right, so as if there was a dome at the top.
Yeah, this is such a bad number.
Flat dome. I don't even know how you math this.
No.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Jesus Christ.
I just need to get some basis for.
Oh man, this one's hilarious. I feel like our answers could be so far off.
Fuck. I have lots of calculations to do. 1 second, boys. That number's not right.
I have a number that I'm just gonna settle on at this point.
That's why I don't want to overthink it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with some sloppy math and then we'll get somewhere interesting. What's that? Call that. Fuck. All right, I've got a number.
You locked in, Dustin?
Yep.
I'll take over 5 million. Dustin.
Oh, I was thinking I was Lodden for some reason.
Derek is Lodden.
I'll take over 10 million.
All right. Over 25 million.
Over 35 million.
Over 72 million.
Holy shit. Over 80 million.
Over 88 million.
Over 99 million.
Over 100 million.
Over 115 million.
115?
Yeah.
Over 122.
I'll take the under.
All right, so I have over 122.
Yep.
I think that this number my number is pretty close to that. My number was 135, but I feel like Derek's number could be like 500 million.
My number was 97.5 million.
1.2 billion is what I got.
I had a feeling your number was going to be really high.
I'm talking with GPT now. We'll see what he has to say.
How did you do the math? Because like I thought like I was taking 50,000 people can fit in there, no fucking problem. And then I was like, hey, if I could fill myself with tennis balls,
that's what I did.
Me.
The problem with that is like if there were nothing but seats on every level all the way up to the top, like how many people actually fit inside that stadium? Like it's way more than 50,000, right?
Or 65,000 seats, I think. And it's 65,000. I think I can get 150 tennis balls inside of me. And then I just multiplied it by 10.
By 10. That number's too low. Yeah.
I multiplied by
it's not.
I multiplied by 30 afterwards because
you're losing a lot.
If you were really packing in people, like you get a lot of fucking people in there.
Yeah, but it's not just like each seat is holding balls. It's you put a ball on the 50-yard line and it goes straight up to the top. That's what that stadium being filled is.
There would be just in one row, like how many balls would fit underneath where the people sit?
So yeah, the way that I did this was I was like, how many tennis balls in like a square yard? Okay, how big's the field? And I did 75 yards by 125 yards. And so that's one row of balls, and then it only gets worse as you get up because you get more lateral width. GPT says 3 billion.
Whoa.
So it's about 157 feet high. So yeah, I used 100 feet high, basically. And again, that was like, all right, 1 foot, maybe 6 balls, 4 balls. So I did that by 100.
Do it, then how many tennis balls I can fit inside my body?
That's hilarious.
Solid option though, right there.
That was good.
Those are the fun ones for sure.
Yeah, that was.
You had a little gambling on top of it. It's just you could do this for hours.
Yeah, easily. All right. Anything else, you guys? I think this game's getting ready to. No, we got a minute, but
I got some lineups to fucking finish up. Some dinner to make. Got shit to do.
Some work to do before the big game. All right. Good session. Take care. See you guys.
All right.